For centuries, there's been a sacred economy based on a simple principle. Give and receive in abundance. Welcome to Gift of Legacy, the world's most exciting gifting activity. A simple $100 unconditional gift to someone in the community can change your life forever and has the potential to be converted into thousands of dollars. The sacred economy has blessed millions all over the world for centuries. Gift of Legacy is peer-to-peer, it's decentralized, it's by the people for the people. It's for like-hearted and like-minded people who believes in the universal law that you should give in order to receive. This perpetual system is never-ending, recurring, passive, infinite. It moves with you and the community, from a $100 gifting activity to a $5,000 gifting activity. Returning gifts from $800 all the way up to $40,000, over and over again. And it all starts with that first $100 unconditional gift, also the only $100 you ever have to take out of your own pocket. Designed in such a way that everyone can achieve success by simply following the guidelines. Gift of Legacy is changing what you know about gifting, with its unique algorithm, ensuring continuous flow of the boards, taking care of the newcomer, while rewarding the team builder. It's automated, worldwide, and by invitation only, an invitation by someone who wants you to receive in abundance. So, are you ready to take part in the world's most exciting gifting activity?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to our new time slot. We are now going to do English presentations on a Thursday evening. I just have other Zooms and commitments on a Tuesday. And I think people are getting into the week on a Tuesday. There's lots of schoolwork and commitments. So we've changed our presentation evening to a Thursday. So please, going forward, please invite your guests to a Thursday evening. But we have Bev and Ike with us. Hi, Bev. Hi, Ike. How are you?
Hello, Adele. It is wonderful to be here with you after I was away for a little while. And I love that it is this hour because, yes, Tuesday's a little bit hectic at that hour. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Hello, Ike. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Adele. Yeah, looking forward to a great presentation. Yeah, I like the Thursday Zoom, so it's great. So let's go for it.
Awesome. We're going to do presentations on a Thursday, and as things develop, and if there is need for training, we can look at other evenings, maybe a Wednesday evening training or a Monday evening training, but Tuesdays are definitely out. For me, I can't commit to it anymore. So we're going to keep to the Thursdays for now. I know in South Africa, lots of public holidays this month. It's been really busy with school holidays and public holidays. But we carry on. Next week, Thursday, I will be here. It's Workers' Day, but it's not Workers' Night. So I will be relaxing in the day, and we'll be here next week, Thursday evening. So don't you worry, we will be here. So we're going to go through a presentation. Gina, would you like to request captions so that I can activate the captions, or are you okay with the presentation in English? If you want to request captions at the bottom, you just click on captions and I will give approval, and then you can choose what language you want captions in. If anybody is able to activate that, that will certainly help people joining the Zoom at a later point in time. Can anybody activate the captions? No? Okay, then we're going to carry on. So I'm going to share from my phone. I joined Gift of Legacy. There we go. Thank you so much. No, not AI Companion. I don't want AI Companion. I want captions. There's one that says captions. So I started my Gift of Legacy journey back in January 2022 when we launched. And lots of people work from their desktops. I work Gift of Legacy, or manage my Gift of Legacy on my phone and on my tablet, because I'm a busy working professional. I'm in different locations. And so tonight I'm going to be presenting off of my cell phone, just to show you that you can present Gift of Legacy anywhere you are. So here we go. Let's share screen. Now, when you saw me log in earlier, you would have seen that I pressed something at the bottom here on the left of my WhatsApp. It says React app. So I press that and my Gift of Legacy website opens. Now, please, it's not an app. Gift of Legacy is not an app at all. It is a website, but if you save the URL onto your phone or onto your device, it can be saved on your front screen and it's easy to access. So just to let you know that that's how I got into my profile. What I'm going to do is share a presentation that is animated so that we can go through it step by step together. So I just want to get to it. Here we go. Just want to make it slightly, there we go. So Bev is going to start us off. Beverly Smith is in Panama. Bev, it's always lovely to hear from you, and you really understand the heartbeat of Gift of Legacy. So please introduce us to this beautiful gifting activity.
Well, thank you very much, Adele, ever so much. I love doing this with all my heart, because I have found from they gave me the invitation to Gift of Legacy, they told me it's a gifting activity, creating abundance. But you can only get into this activity by a special invitation of another person who is in here. There's a disclaimer that I just love, because everything has got to have rules and regulation. It says in the disclaimer that this presentation is for invitation sharing only, and it is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither the presenter nor Gift of Legacy are registered financial or tax advisors. The information given is only intended to give examples of what a participant may expect. And I have found that a participant can expect to learn each time they come to the Zoom or to the recording. When you have this type of disclaimer, it shows you what it is all about. Gift of Legacy is a sacred economics. Its gifting communities trace back to the 1960s. It has been off the mainstream for decades. And the wonderful thing that I have found is that it is 100% legal, because we had a presenter that says, how can gifts not be legal? But it's under the concept of Ubuntu. It's a word in Africa that is known and understand. And once I studied it up, I love the word very, very much. It's communities working together. It is also known as circular economics. This global gifting activity in our community extends over 180 countries, uplifting communities, creating abundance, and self-development. I found this, and I was invited in 2022, and it has been, of course, I had to learn a whole lot to get to this point, but learning is available. Well, how would you find the website? I mean, what does the Gift of Legacy website look like? It's simple. Even I could learn how to find it once I got the practice under my belt. On your laptop or your computer, it is found horizontal. But on your cell phone that Adele loves to use, it is vertical. And it has all the information needed. Another good part that I have found is that everyone who joins Gift of Legacy must understand one thing, must invite two people. Well, what good is it to have found something so wonderful and exciting and just do it by yourself? But we have got to give everyone the opportunity to decide that they want to learn, come and have fun, because it is under a theme park umbrella. At a theme park, it's no fun going on the Ferris wheel by yourself, unless you want to go up and meditate. In order for everyone to understand that Gift of Legacy is supposed to be done with fun from the heart to learn to move abundance. Adele and I have got the greatest, I would say, flow of stuff because Adele, I told Adele, you know how to show how to get the money. When I found this between Adele and I, it just made all the sense in the world. So I'm going to turn this over to Adele to explain how does Gift of Legacy work. Thank you, Adele.
Thank you, Bev. Thank you so much. I just love the way that you always say it's about having the love and having the heart and understanding. If you understand the basics of sharing a gift to allow somebody else to prosper and to bless them, and that connects with your heartstrings, then Gift of Legacy is the place for you. So in Gift of Legacy, on the website, you would have seen earlier, there are 6 boards. There are 2 starter boards. The first starter board is the $25 cold board. Now, when you join Gift of Legacy, all you need to do to join is to get a unique invitation link from the person who has told you about Gift of Legacy and invited you to this Zoom call or to watch this recording. You will register. You give your phone number, an email. Every username needs a unique email. Then you create your username, your own special nickname, and a password. That's all you do. You will get a verification email that you need to verify, and then you can log in to your profile. There's no joining fee, no monthly fees. You will join by landing on either a cold board or the bronze board. It's your decision where you want to start your journey. The $25 cold board is affordable to most people. On the $25 board, you will land on the board and you are going to contact the legend, the person in the middle. You'll simply click on their name. A little box will open up and appear, gives their phone number and their email. You contact them. You'll save their phone number and find out what the international dialing code is by adding a plus sign in front of the phone number. You contact them. You will know what country they're in. You might need to use Google Translate, but you contact them and say, hey, I'd love to send you a gift of $25. Please send me your gifting details. And that's how simple and easy it is to join Gift of Legacy. Other people are going to land on the cold board, and they are also going to gift the legend $25. And it happens randomly, not in an order, because it depends on who the gifter is following, whose link they are following. So the board will fill up with 8 gifters. When there are 8 gifters who have received $25, the legend will have received $200 in total. The board will close. The legend now moves on to the next ride, onto the next boards. And there's something very important that they're going to do with the gifts that they receive. When you receive gifts, we recommend the best way to manage your gifts is to use your first 4 gifts to join the next higher board. You can enjoy 3 gifts and keep the last one to ride that same board again on your perpetual cycle. So if you started on coal, you can use your first 4 gifts to join bronze with $100 once you have received your first 4 gifts on the coal board. Now, when Gift of Legacy started, it was created with only 4 boards: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And the journey to abundance starts on bronze. Coal has just been developed as a way to allow more people to enter Gift of Legacy, to make it more affordable. So you really want to get onto that bronze board as quickly as you can. So let's look at your journey after coal, your journey to abundance through those 4 boards of bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And I'm just going to explain how one board functions, because then all the others will make sense. And then we're going to get to the exciting part where we talk about the money. So when you join a bronze board, you will contact the legend, gift them unconditionally a non-returnable gift of $100. When the legend has completed their board, they will have finished a board with $800 in total. You will see the Ferris wheel in the corner there. The Ferris wheel symbolizes the ongoing perpetual cycle that you are able to ride on any of the Gift of Legacy boards. A Ferris wheel goes round and round and round. So here you are on a bronze board. This is what it looks like. You will be a gifter. Your username will be typed in yellow. That's why we've put a yellow circle there. We're going to follow your journey from gifter to legend so that you understand what happens. You join the board, you contact the legend, and you say, "Hi, Beverly. I'm Adele. I'm in South Africa. I've landed on your board. You're in Panama. How can I send you a gift?" Now, I can't send an EFT or Forex. It'll take too long. We've got a 48-hour gifting window, so we need to do the gifting quite quickly. I can't really come and visit you, meet you at a coffee shop. The easiest way to send funds digitally across the world is using cryptocurrency. It's the future. Everybody's using wallets like Binance, Exodus, the Time wallet. Those are the wallets we are using just to send funds. We're not trading. Remember when we used to be scared of EFTs? Well, people are a bit cautious now of cryptocurrency. You don't have to be. It's very safe, and it's a secure way to send funds across the world, and it happens instantly. Yes, you can use PayPal or platforms like that. The problem is, if you're not careful with how you manage them, they very quickly and easily shut down their platforms and you're left without your funds. So you will gift your legend. Other gifters will land on the board and also gift $100 to the legend. When the legend has received their first 4 gifts, they can fast track or go ahead and join the silver board with their first 4 gifts, which is $400 in total. But this board doesn't close until all 8 gifters are there. So the other 4 gifters will land on the board. The legend has now received $800 in total, and their board closes. They are no longer going to be on this bronze board. They are on their silver, and they will then be able to ride another bronze board. You now move up from gifter into the builder position. Now, builders are exactly that. People who help to develop the community. You're that person walking into the theme park with your 2 friends, one on each arm. And when you're in the theme park, you can invite more people, like you do when you're in an exciting place. You phone your friends and you say, "Hey, come join us. We'll meet you at the roller coaster. We'll see you at the Ferris wheel. Meet us at the cafeteria for lunch. Or come and join us and bring some toffee apples." That's what you do when you're in an exciting place. So you build your team. You invite people to join you. So let's call your 2 invitees A and B. Then the other builders will also invite their invitees until all 8 gifters have filled up the board. The legend has now received $800 in total. The board will close. The legend is no longer on the board, and the guides become legends on their own board. So there you are. You have now moved up into a guide position. Your 2 invitees are now the builders next to you. And it is your responsibility to guide, assist, educate, train, support your 2 invitees so they can replicate exactly what you've done by inviting 2 more people. So A will invite C and D, and B will invite their friends E and F to join them. Now, this is an exciting part of the journey. When one hemisphere has filled up, there's a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere. When one hemisphere has filled up like this with 4 gifters, the guide is able to move off and start their journey as legend on their own bronze board. But this original board here is not going to be completed or closed until that other hemisphere is completed. So you have now got the ability to move off onto your own board. Congratulations, you are a legend. Your friends right next to you, arm in arm with you, are A and B, your guides on either side of you. Their invitees, C and D, and E and F, are now the builders on the board. Everybody can help to build the board. Everybody can invite, but we do encourage people in the builder position to invite there too, because then everybody there has got 2 invitees. And we call this the 2 by 2 by 2 principle. If everybody just invited 2 people, the boards move, everything flows, and everybody gets the opportunity to receive gifts. So here you are receiving gifts from people across the world. When they land on your board, you click on their name. There's a little block where you confirm them, and it's that simple. You don't confirm until the gift has received. You've received the gift in your crypto wallet, your PayPal wallet, your bank account, wherever. You know, you only confirm once you've received the full amount of $100 in your platform or your account. But only $300 is yours to keep. This is a gifting community, and some of the gifts you receive belong to the community. You need to be a good steward of your gifts and push those gifts forward to allow other people to move through the boards as well. Now, you've completed your board. You want to join your perpetual cycle. You want to ride bronze again. That's the goal of Gift of Legacy for everybody, to be on all 6 boards perpetually, riding them over and over. Now, that original board where you were guide on the left hemisphere hasn't closed yet. So when you join your perpetual cycle, you will land on that same bronze board to help to close the board. This is called the Ohana principle. It means no one gets left behind. It's a Polynesian word which means family. And the Ohana principle allows you to come back and help to close the original board that you moved off from, so that nobody gets left behind. So let's just refresh our memories. What happened there? On the bronze board, the legend will have received $800 in gifts. They have used $400 to join the silver board. There they are, joining the silver board. Then they hold back $100 to join the perpetual bronze cycle, the next bronze board that they get to ride. So $500 belongs to the community. You move forward with it. And that's why you keep $300 in your pocket. $300 for you to enjoy, to bless others, and to have fun with. So now we're going to break it down, and we're going to look at the money on each level, on every board, and see what you can keep. I'm only going to be explaining the first 5 boards. There is a 6th board. We will get to it. So the first board that we explained was the Coal Train, the $25 starter board. Now, the Coal Train is a train in the theme park that goes round and around the theme park, doesn't stop. And it allows people entry into the theme park to get them going, get them to the Ferris wheels. You will start with a $25 gift. On the first round, you as a legend will receive $200 and you keep $75. Why? Because you need to use $100 to go ahead and join bronze. You also need to keep $25 to ride coal perpetual cycle again. So you are keeping $75. But on your perpetual cycle, the perpetual cycle. When you are riding this board for the second, third, fourth, and fifth time until infinity, you will receive those $200 as gifts, but you are already on a bronze board. You don't need to join one. So the only thing you hold back is one gift. One gift of $25, you keep $175, and you can keep riding the coal train over and over and over again. The power of the perpetual cycle is you keep more money because you have already joined the next board. The bronze board, as I just explained, you join with $100. On your first round, you will receive $800 in total and keep $300. You keep 300 because you put 400 onto silver already. On the perpetual cycle, you don't have to join silver. You're there. So you keep back one gift, just one gift of $100, you keep back to ride bronze again. That means you keep $700. There's a big difference between keeping $300 and keeping $700. The power of the perpetual cycle. Now the silver board gets exciting. Here you're going to send a gift unconditionally, not expecting it ever to be returned to you by that legend. You're going to gift them $400. When you are a legend, you will have received $3,200 in total, and you keep $1,200 because you have to use $1,600 to go ahead and join gold. You need to join the silver perpetual cycle as well. So this is why, oopsie, let me just go back there. That's why on silver, you are keeping $1,200 on your first round. On your perpetual cycle, you only keep back $400 to ride silver again. So this time on perpetual, you keep $2,800. $2,800 is a lot of money. For some people, it's a monthly income. When you convert it to your currency. Now, whoops, we've jumped the gun there. Let's look at gold. Gold is a $1,600 board to join. You will gift the legend that amount. The legend will receive in total $12,800 and they keep $6,200. There's a lot you can do with $6,200 that you get to keep. On your perpetual cycle, you keep even more because you don't have to join platinum. You're already there. You've already used gifts from gold to join platinum. So on your perpetual cycle, you're keeping $11,200. Only one gift of $1,600 you keep back to ride gold again. $11,200. It's where you see dreams starting to come true, where you start knocking down that debt, where you pay it forward, where you really start living your dreams. It starts on gold. And then platinum is where we all want to be, the $5,000 board. You're going to gift somebody you don't know $5,000 unconditionally. And I do believe it's going to be the most exciting day. I'm this close to being there. I have to complete my gold board I'm currently on. So, and then I will be able to join platinum. I cannot wait to contact somebody and say, hey, I'm Adele. I live in South Africa and I'd love to send you $5,000. I think I will get more joy out of that than when I receive those messages when I'm legend. I truly believe that. When I am legend, however, I will receive $40,000, 8 gifts of $5,000, and there is no higher board. So just one gift, just one gift of $5,000 you hold back to ride this incredible ride again, and you keep $35,000. $35,000 in South African rand is over 660,000 rand. It's over 500,000 rand. I can do a lot with that kind of money. And on the perpetual cycle, it's exactly the same because there is no higher board to join. So I want you just to cast your eye to the very bottom of the slide there. That's the bottom line. Everyone says, okay, tell me the bottom line. I don't have to tell you, I can show you. On your coal board, you get to keep $175 every time you complete as a legend. On bronze, $700 you keep. On silver, $2,800 in your pocket. Gold, you're going to bank $11,200. And on platinum, you're going to make dreams come true with $35,000 every time you complete that board perpetually. You're going to keep writing these boards perpetually till infinity. That's what that perpetual sign means. I'm just so excited. I can't wait to get to platinum. And then there's my favorite board, the Ohana board. Ohana was created to support the system. We don't pay a monthly fee. There's no joining fee. There's no hidden costs. You register, you verify your email, you send your first gift, and you ride the boards. But these boards, these are rides in they're Ferris wheels and steam trains in our imaginary theme park. But there are costs involved. There are computer servers and IT things that need to be paid to keep a system like this going worldwide for about 1 million users. The developer has to be paid. There's maintenance costs. There's daily, weekly, and monthly costs. When Gift of Legacy was launched, an organization called Gracious Givers Movements was started. It's a non-profit organization. And Gracious Givers Movement is overseen by the custodians, the people who help to develop Gift of Legacy. They use the funds that GGM receives to keep our system going, to keep the theme parks lights on, to keep the cogs of the wheels turning. So they developed last year, the custodians developed last year a board called Ohana. It is 100% blending. There's no 2x2x2. There's no lineage. You don't follow your teams. It's this simple. You join the board for $50. Once off, you take $50 out of your wallet, out of your purse, and you join an Ohana board. You can only join if you're confirmed on coal or bronze, and you will only receive 7 gifts. There are only 7 gifts available to every legend because gifter number 1 is called the Ohana position. We all move to legend. When Ohana gets to legend, the funds that they receive, that those profiles receive, are sent to GGM to keep this system going, to keep my legacy alive, to keep your legacy alive. This board will only complete when there are 8 gifters. And you are automatically joined to the next Ohana board when you complete it. And if you decide to leave an Ohana board, you can never join it again with that profile. And you can no longer create any more profiles in Gift of Legacy. Yes, you are able to have multiple profiles. The only requirement is that every profile has its own email, and you have to obviously be over the age of 18 to join Gift of Legacy. Ohana is not compulsory, but it should come naturally to everybody, to something you want to do to keep your legacy going. Now, in every theme park, there are guidelines, there's rules at the gate, and Bev is going to go through the guidelines with us now. Bev, over to you.
Thank you, Adele. It is wonderful to just hear these words because this is how I learned. As you have heard before, the guidelines states that you joining by sending an unconditional gift, it's either $25 or $100, depending on where you're coming in. But you send it to the legend off the board. Secondly, you invite 2 like-minded, like-hearted people to follow you on your journey. That part is really wonderful. But you must encourage your 2 invitees to do the same. 2 by 2 by 2, because this ensures movement of the boards. You join the board sequentially, $100, $400, $1,600, and a $5,000 board in the first round. Once I heard all of this, I was like, this sounds so simple. It is a way for us to find the abundance that we dream that a job will never give you. But it is essential to join the perpetual cycle of every board. I mean, why bother knowing that you've got all of this available and just do a little bit? And it is important. You cannot advance to the next board without 2 confirmed invitees. The training that we get here on Gift of Legacy and with the recordings that is available is what brings everybody to understand what is needed. We cannot do promoting of Gift of Legacy on social media. We've got to keep the community with like-minded people. No filling up of spaces, because you must remember that the 2 by 2 by 2 guideline is what must be followed. Be the messenger, not the message. Invite people to a live presentation like this or to the recordings that is found in YouTube. Training is available. That was what has helped me so much, and I listen to the recordings over and over so that I can continue to be able to speak about this wonderful activity. Check out the Linktree and the YouTube channel. But you must please note, please note, it is important to understand that there are no guarantees. The only guarantee that I have found is what I put into this activity. The success or failure of any participant will depend on their willingness to participate and follow the guidelines of Gift of Legacy. It remains an individual participant's responsibility to ensure compliance with the tax laws in your country. Once you start receiving abundance, I know within my heart the best thing to do is to put it back into the community. Gift of Legacy is decentralized with no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. If you are joining a Gift of Legacy via a third-party system, you do so at your own risk. I don't see why we want to do what we are not supposed to do. Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer, and no funds ever get paid to a platform. Gifts are always given to Gift of Legacy participants and only gifted to the legend when they land on their board. The wonderful part of doing this for me is I have learned what I've got to do to be financially abundant. I am walking there because, like Adele, I am on a gold board. It is so wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so very much for joining us. If you would like to know more about this, please contact the person who invited you to this presentation. Amazingly, we have got in our hearts the love that we need to find something good and share it with other people. I cannot read the last line. It's in yellow.
It's just color your world. Color your world is the slogan that we've always used in Gift of Legacy. And there's a wonderful animation that explains it. It's on the Linktree. And it just says, if you are in a gray world where it's the same humdrum every day, the same routine, and you're looking for something different, then Gift of Legacy could be the place that colors your world. I'm going to ask Ike, our fellow co-presenter to explain to you how his team are working and the value of joining with the Cole board and inviting 2x2. They're building a very successful team and growing it. Ike, how's it going for you?
Yeah, thanks, Adele. Wow, what a presentation you two ladies have done. I'm proud of you. Wow, this is exciting. This is exciting. Thanks, Adele. Thanks, but proud of you ladies. Yeah, just briefly, what excites me about Gift of Legacy is what you spoke about, the perpetual for each board. It's so real. I'm there, I'm receiving perpetually. When I finish a board, I start again on that board. So this is really exciting. But just briefly about what we do in our area here in Johannesburg. We have stretched to Pretoria. We have a team in Polokwane and then in the north of the country. So it is quite exciting to actually touch people's lives and to actually show them that there's hope. And the Cole board has actually made possible for us. We've taken advantage of that since the Cole board was introduced. The $25, around 490, 500 rands when you round it off. So that has actually just increased our numbers. We have, in a month, we bring about, you could say about 10 people or 15 people that actually come on board that join us as a team. So it's quite exciting to be in Gift of Legacy and to be surrounded by people like Adele and Beverly and our team. We can actually sing praises, more praises than we can. So this is exciting, and I'm so grateful I am in Gift of Legacy. Thanks.
Thank you, Ike. Thank you so much for your kind words. Gift of Legacy is 3.5 years old. It was this time 4 years ago the Gift of Legacy actually started being conceptualized and the planning started. It was launched on the 10th of January 2022, and it is still going strong. So invite your friends, bring them in. There is maintenance that's currently happening. We're waiting for a compression to happen. There was a big cleanup of the system, removing people who were not active. The compression was delayed, unfortunately, because there were some errors that kept popping up. The developers are working on that, but it gives you an opportunity to invite people and they can jump up positions. They can move from gifted to builder to guide if there's empty spaces. So it's actually a wonderful opportunity to invite people in while we're waiting for the compression to happen. Is there anybody who has questions? You can raise your hand at the bottom of your screen, touching the raise hand thing, or put your video on that we know that you would like to speak. And let me just change so that you can type in the chat as well if you would like to do that. I just switched it off while we were presenting. Is there anybody with any questions? Doesn't look like it. Well, then we've done our job well and people understand. So I would like to thank Bev and Ike for their time. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Tebogo and Bob, Mamane, Gina, Monica as always, and JD Lee. Thanks so much for being here. Bring your people, talk to them. If you haven't got your 2 yet, invite your 2. You're not going to enjoy and receive the gifts and experience the joy of receiving those gifts as legend if you're not bringing your 2. You're kind of standing at the gate of the theme park waiting to get going on that ride. The only way to get going is to get there with your friends. So bring your friends, invite them, stay engaged with the Telegram groups, and we will see you again next week, Thursday evening. Hopefully we can get more people aware of the time change. Thank you, Bev. Any last words from you?
Well, as I say every time, I am so grateful to have learned how to do this. Sometimes my eyes just don't, at 75, my eyes just don't see the words properly, especially those yellow ones. But it does not stop me from feeling the wonderfulness within me of being able to put this presentation with you so that it can have a recording. Thank you for this opportunity, Adele. Many blessings to
Bev.
all.
Thank you so much. I won't be able to do an edited recording tonight and share it. I'll just share the YouTube link from the YouTube channel on the Telegram group, because my laptop is just busy with something. Well, it's not with me tonight, let's put it that way. My accountant is working on it. Ike, any last words from you?
Yeah, just to say that we had an experience of someone joining this week as a gifter and then went immediately to be a guide. We were so excited because there was actually 2 openings there. So just emphasizing that. But from my side, I think this has been one of the best Zoom meetings, and we should actually share it with other people who missed it, but also with people who are new to we are bringing into Gift of Legacy. Thanks, ladies. I'm proud of you. Thanks.
Thanks, Ike. It's a team effort and we do it all together. Thank you for your support and your kindness. Bev, thank you for being here. And to everybody, have a beautiful evening. Keep warm and stay safe. And we will see you next week. Good night. God bless and goodbye.
Good night. Good night.
Bye.